That's awesome.
Hey, horror fans! Once again, it is me, the Horror Miser Monty G, hosting another round of the Horror Hangout live crew. And this time, I wanted to introduce my special guest, the lovely Triv from Trivial Theater. Oh, I didn't mess it up.
Hey, how's it going, all? I am ready to share the love and hopefully not my popcorn because I'm not sure how that would work.
Yeah, so popcorn
I
is
got
still.
some special sauce, Triv, for your
All right.
Yeah, unfortunately, the popcorn is still stuck from last night.
we don't need your roofie popcorn.
But don't we? I kind of feel like we do. I mean, maybe that's just me.
Yeah. You're in the spirit.
And of course, our fearless leader, Sean Patrick Urshan from the Horror Corner. And of course, the lovely Jen from Jen's Reviews from the Grave. She's Cupid. Be careful with that bow and arrow. You might pluck somebody in the eye with that.
It's not their eyes I'm aiming for.
And of course, you can just feel the love in the air because Valentine's Day is here. And of course, being us horror up there, see, there he goes. Being we are horror fans, we have to pick favorite horror films representing Valentine's Day. And of course, I'm going to start with our guest, Triv. What would you think is one of your favorite Valentine's Day horror films?
I gotta go with Freddy versus Jason. I mean, the absolute love between those two, like it's an unspoken love that I don't think that you can understate or overstate or, whichever.
Nice.
Good choice. Very good choice.
I thought so. I mean, strong silent type and, Gabby other person. I mean, clearly they strengthen each other through their own strengths.
Strange monkeys in the house.
Strange monkey.
Yeah. And Eric is here.
It's the greatest comment of the night right there.
I know. Yeah, we're still going on from last night, Eric.
It's a new band. That's a kick-ass band.
Hi, Sparky.
Okay, yeah. It's funny you would mention Jason versus Freddy. I really don't consider that an actual love, but I guess you can if you take a look at the the two of them. I guess there is some love in the air between those two guys. How bad they beat each other up.
Well, Freddy needs Jason to get his strength back.
Very true.
That is true. All right, Jen, I know you're itching.
See, this is going to be a long answer because you people love it when I go in on one of these. But Valentine's Day, yes, there is the romantic love, but there are all kinds of love and in horror and toxic love and dysfunctional love. And it depends on who you're with and what you're doing. If you want a good love story, like a legitimately good love story that also has a horror element, I think you couldn't do wrong with Bram Stoker's Dracula. I mean, I love when old saying, I've crossed oceans of time to be with you. And it's heartbreakingly beautiful. And that's something we got to remember, not to put a downer on anything, but sometimes love doesn't always work out the way we think it does, or the person doesn't quite feel the same way about us. So there's a lot of lessons to be learned. But there's many different kinds of Valentine's horror movies you could go with. There's dysfunction. I have a lot of dysfunctional loves. We'll talk about later.
Mainly dysfunctional.
Oh yeah, I know you do.
Yeah, but I guess for this, just because I don't want to take up everybody's time, just for this one, we'll go with Bram Stoker. I think that's, if you want a romantic gothic kind of thing, it would be a great movie and a date night. And you could show it to someone who isn't Jen and Marty, and they probably wouldn't call the police on you. I have other movies that you can do that with. But later.
Jason would be a papa. Oh man.
Oh, well, and the I guess, is it Victoria or is it Gothic? Was Gothic. That what you would call? Yeah, the Gothic nature of Bram Stoker's Dracula. Just the feel of it, everything about it. Just it feels like it oozes all that goodness and. It's awesome. That's a great in a good way. Yeah. Like not not a weird ooze, but like the best kind of ooze.
Yeah, exactly. And there's just something very tragic, very, very romantic. I feel if you have someone who's very gothic or emo, this if you have an emo girlfriend, gothic girlfriend, this would be the perfect Valentine's Day movie.
Oh, yeah.
Or if you're interested in someone like that.
Definitely. And I've heard a lot of people say that movie was their sexual awakening in a lot of ways.
I can see why.
Definitely.
But Gary Oldman was quite handsome there with the long hair and the little beady glasses there.
Yeah, and the top hat. Don't forget the top hat shot.
Top hat, yeah. Top hat's key.
And the ability with dogs. I mean, that's really cool. That's a great turn on.
Yeah, but the rat side maker's a big turnoff, though.
Yeah,
Not for
probably.
me. Not for me.
Uh-oh. Why am I not nuts?
I think you're cute.
No, I can't deal with this. I can't
He's not
deal
as
with the
attractive when he's a giant bat.
To the right person, he would be.
Exactly. You could if you could turn yourself into a bat. I mean, hanging upside down together is kind of hot. Let's be honest here; it's kind of hot.
I mean, it worked for Spider-Man and Mary Jane. So
Yeah.
I know. Hell no.
Yes, the movie with Anthony Hopkins about syphilis. I forgot the syphilis. Yes,
that was a great joke. Like that was just a civilization.
What's up, Jason?
Hi, Jason.
Oh man. You can't get enough. All right, Sean.
Well, naturally, My Bloody Valentine. It's a
Excellent choice.
whole love
Perfect.
triangle between TJ and Sarah and Axel. It's like she starts out with Axel because TJ left for like 10 years or whatever. Now he's come back and he wants to get right back in there. And then Axel's like, nah, it's my girl now.
Mm-hmm. Everyone's
But,
having fun with
slowly
Jason.
she kind of caves in, and then after a while she's like, I love you both.
Greedy.
Well, yeah, I want to talk. Yeah, definitely going to talk about spring. Yeah, obviously one of my favorite Valentine's Day movies is The Loved Ones.
Very good one. That's a great choice.
I have not seen it.
You have not,
it's good.
You got to check out The Loved Ones if you want to see a very
I haven't seen
psychotic.
that.
You may want to see a psychotic woman. You need to check out Lola. You need to check out Lola.
Oh, well, definitely. I mean, you can't go wrong with the psychotic woman, right?
Yeah,
Mhm.
it's Australian, right, Monty? It's Australian.
Yeah, it's
isn't it?
Australian. Yes.
Nice.
It's a great one.
So even
I gotta
Frank
check
Monkey
that out.
agrees.
Ooh, Candyman. That's a really good one. I wouldn't have thought. I didn't even think about that one.
That was actually on my list. That's actually on my list.
Bride
I
of
wanted to talk
Chucky.
about Candyman. Yeah,
Nice.
those are great picks. The Fly was also
Yeah,
on
you
my
could,
list.
you could
Oh,
see
yeah.
it.
Well, definitely The Fly. We'll be talking about that one. Yeah. But The Loved Ones, you have this guy. He gets approached by Lola. She wants to ask him out for the prom. He dumps her. Then, unfortunately, he gets kidnapped by her father, and they have this special time together.
Oh no.
And that's all I'll say about that.
It's Texas Chainsaw Massacre, kind of.
Oh, there you go. I like it. I like it.
Ah.
Yeah. Very, very weird secrets get revealed during that that time period. Yeah, but definitely a very interesting area. There's another one. Eric, there goes another one you haven't seen. You gotta check out The Loved Ones.
Yeah, it's good.
Uh-huh.
I'll check that
Yeah,
out.
so is there another one of the Valentine's Day movies? Because it was just mentioned in the chat there. Jason talked about it. Is the horror movie Spring? Now, I don't know if any of you guys seen that or not, but it's an interesting take. You have this guy. He's going on vacation in Italy, and he runs into this very nice, attractive Italian girl. But unfortunately, she has a secret. She has a very, very secret, and then even Jason's telling me that, and the fact that she's not human.
Well, I mean, if certain, if you catch a girl before breakfast, or at least if you catch me before breakfast, I'm really not human either.
Oh man, it's like the scene in darn, what was that movie? I can't even think of that movie that ripped off Star Trek. With Tim Allen and
Galaxy Quest.
Galaxy
Oh,
Quest, yeah.
Great movie.
Yeah, Galaxy Quest. In that scene where Monk's character has sex with the alien, and she actually reveals her true form. That's what's like Spring was like that.
So you're saying it was? Oh, what is tentacle porn? Is it? It's not bukkake.
No, that's it's not that.
No, that's something else. No, that's something else.
Right.
Totally
I remember.
different.
In a way, I guess.
I'm trying to think what the proper term is for tentacle sex, and I can't.
It's not Bukkake. No.
No, it's something else.
Sorry.
That's for Jen's department.
Gen Z extra. On that
Oh,
Why,
God,
why am I not surprised you know about that, Jen?
Well, she's
Of all the
Cuban. What
times
do you
for me to root
expect?
me, Marty.
I'll pay for your flight to go over to Ireland just to hear that. So make sure you have some fun with that.
Oh, yeah, I would.
Oh man. So, do you have any other Valentine's Day movies and Valentine's Day horror movies you like to see? I'll say this: horror movies you like to see during Valentine's Day. Triv.
I really like, and I know it's not so much horror, but it's more thrillerish. I love Crimson Peak just because of the visuals and that whole look. Yeah, I appreciate that, Eric. I figured the minute it came out of my mouth, and that sounds terrible, I knew it wasn't that.
The minute it came out of your mouth.
Oh
He
man.
didn't say any more. That's
Nope.
perfect right there.
Oh man.
What is the other one?
Criticality had a good example that I didn't think of. Happy Death Day.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
I'm not a fan of that movie. I know I'm in the minority. I'm not a fan of that movie. No, I didn't like it. I'm gonna be honest. I thought it was pretty bullshit. I didn't like it. I know a lot of people did, and that's cool. And that would be a good date movie because you could also bring in some horror comedies in it, and that would definitely be one that not for Jen, but for the right person, that could totally be a fun Valentine's date movie.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah, because I remember when you reviewed that movie, you didn't like Happy Death Day.
No, I didn't. No, I did not. Partly tolerated it. I didn't.
It's a lighter kind of horror. If you want to go on a date, you don't want like extreme, like Hellraiser. You're not gonna watch that on Valentine's Day.
Actually, Sean, this is a good segue because for me, like the best date movie, like I love Bram Stoker's Dracula. I think it's a very romantic movie. But for me, the perfect date night, like if me and Marty were having a Valentine's Day date movie, it would be Audition. And I'm not being funny. That would be the perfect date night movie. Seriously. And the reason why, you guys are probably thinking, because the first half of that movie is kind of very, you think it's going to be one thing, and then halfway through it turns into something else. But one of the reasons it's a perfect date movie, and it will not be for everyone, I do not recommend doing this, guys, unless you know your girl really well and she's kind of like Jen. But one of the reasons why I think it's a perfect date movie is because it's so cerebral. It opens so many doors. It can lead to so many interesting and fascinating conversations, and that can be just as big of a turn on as the physical stuff if you can, intellectually stimulate me too. And there are so many avenues of conversation with that movie. And it all deals with love. So
very true.
Yeah, if you're both horror fans, if you're not, you're going to be in trouble.
I feel all of you judging me. I feel the judgment.
Jen, I would never judge you. Not in the slightest. I appreciate your taste in movies and your love of all things beyond that. So
yeah. Except it wouldn't be a movie like watch it after dinner because you probably won't want to go out to dinner because of the one scene. I would recommend coming back and watching it.
I agree. Yeah, that one scene, no. After you see that scene, no.
Understandable.
Yes. There you go, Internet Eric. Got one for you, Jen.
Let me see. Oh, I was going to talk about that. You know me so well, Jason. I was going to talk about that. Necromantic, again, this would definitely be if you're more of a Marty and Jen kind of couple, which I don't know how big a demographics that is. But if you're a Marty and Jen kind of couple, necromantic can be actually kind of fun. I'm hearing myself say this in front of all you people. But no, it can be. Because it's a different type of movie. It can be considered erotic. Like if the corpse wasn't there, that scene would be super erotic.
I mean, you could say the same thing of Sleepwalkers. I mean, they start like kind of making out on a grave. So I mean, or what's the other one? What is it? It's not Halloween. It's the one where the guy, like his mom and his grandpa have the thing, and he's like the son of the devil, and it's kind of a rock based. Yes, thank you, that one. I mean, they do the same thing in that.
Exactly. Yeah, but it is, and it's fun. You have to be the right couple. But I think I would actually pick Necromantic. Well, as you guys know, I did a solo review 2 years in a row for Valentine's, Necromantic 1, and then the next year Necromantic 2. Nice. And the second one too can be one because she's torn between two lovers. One of them happens to be dead, but she's in a love triangle with two people. One of them just happens to be dead. So there's fun to that. If you're the right couple, these are fun movies, guys. You might get called. The police might get called on you, but
I don't think I can actually have anything with a dead body. No.
That's fair. That's fair. It's not for everybody.
No, like guys, know who you're taking out and put before you push play. Know who you're taking out.
Exactly.
Oh man, yeah, but Spring Day, the very, very interesting horror movie. What's up, Felix?
What's up?
Mm-hmm.
Very true, Eric.
That's fun, yeah.
Well, actually, if we're gonna go for couple goals, you could make the argument for Norman Bates and his mother. Because hear me out, guys. Hear me out.
I called it.
I know it.
Okay, everyone says that dads are the future template for all future lovers with women. It can be the same true for men, because how many of us have had to hear, well, you don't cook it like my mom does. You don't do it this way my mom does. I mean, that is kind of a thing. It's fucked up, and it's not a couple goal. Maybe I should rephrase my phrasing.
I can actually admit that when I married my son's mother, which was a huge mistake, and that's another story for another day. But she got tired of me complaining about all this stuff, because I said, my mother never did that. My mother didn't teach me that. My mother didn't teach me that.
There's some, like, I'm being funny, but also you can look at it like, because and some boys do have a very unusually and I'm so glad Sparky's not here, and I'm sure he is too, unusually close relationship with their mothers, and it does spill over into their romantic lives. Like they'll never be as good as mom, because they just won't be.
I dated a guy like that.
Yeah.
No, Jen, I dated a guy like that, and kicked him to the curb. It was much better that way.
Well, that's fun. It's a good point, though, Jen, because a lot of horror movies are like that. It's always the killer is always like searching for their mother, or a mother figure type of.
I mean, take a look at Jason.
Yep, exactly.
Yeah.
There's a valid point to be made. I feel like you people are going to put me on a watch list, but I'm being
maniac.
I promise you will. I will not. I can't speak for the rest of the people here, but I got too much respect for you.
No, we won't put Jen. We know how Jen is.
You weren't put on a list tonight, but you were already on a list.
I was already on a list.
That's Jen. So we know that's our Jen. That's why we love her so much.
I feel the love.
I was saying to Monty, I bet Jen's gonna pick Psycho 3 because that's your favorite, right?
I love that.
He does like fall in love with the nun girl there.
There is no God. And again, that's it's a campier movie. So again, with the right couple, that could be a fun date night movie. Again, you have to know who you're dating. But if you have and that one's not, so it's not like a necromantic where it's like super freaky, but it does have elements of fun if you're with the right person.
Exactly.
That's right. That's right. No vegetables, no dessert.
Exactly. Great movie.
I was gonna say it was a
Crack
more
the
kind of
bottom.
legit
Yeah, I was
love
just-
than being just fixated on her like Marion or whatever.
Oh man. One of the more interesting horror movies I saw that you can actually put this in relative to Valentine's Day. There's this horror movie called Pet, and it actually starred oh darn, I can't remember his name. He was in Lord of the Rings. I think I don't know if he was Pippin or
Trying to think the guys that Dominic. There was a
Dom-
Dominic. There was a Billy. There was
that was Dominic. Dominic, that was
Dominic?
his name. Yeah,
Dominic
Dominic.
Monaghan. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
Dominic Monaghan. Yeah, he runs into an old high school crush on the bus. Now, of course, she barely remembers him, but of course, he had a crush on her. So, for some unknown reason, he decides to kidnap her and put her and make him his pet. make her his pet, and that lasts for about a good 40 minutes to the film until all of a sudden things happen and the whole thing reversed, and it actually turns out to be an interesting conclusion. But I thought it was an interesting horror story, and it was actually fits Valentine's Day when you have the obsessed love.
Very true.
Yeah, Eric saw it. Yeah.
Sounds like a good one.
Oh yeah,
It
it
is-
definitely was.
I've been meaning to. I've heard the synopsis about it, and I haven't seen it yet, but it's one I've been meaning to check out. Someone told me, I think you'd like it, Jen.
Oh, Jen, you would love it. Yes, yeah, especially when it comes to the end, when that twist happens, I'm like, holy shit.
Love a good twist.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
that definitely has a good twist on it. All right, Sean, you have any others?
Yeah, I was gonna say a recent one that I just saw. I thought would be a good example. Jacob's Wife,
Oh
Ooh.
yeah.
because
Good one.
at first it's like, oh, he seems very controlling or whatever, and then she seems like she might drift away and cheat on him or something. But after the shit goes down, they come together, and he helps her through everything.
Yeah.
Nice.
Even though
shows,
she's
like,
a
the couple
vampire
of the-
killing people, he like helps her.
It shows also, like, because they've been married for a long time, and it shows how, after the passion's kind of gone or the newness is kind of gone, how real life, how it shows a different side of a love than when it's fresh and new, like we usually see, which is an interesting take on it, I thought.
Right. Exactly. I like that she makes the choice not to cheat because she does love him. She wants to work it out, even though, the situation,
Mhm.
Well, it goes to show you could be a couple hundred
There's
years
something to
old
be
and
said
still.
about that.
Oh yeah, very much. You'd be a couple hundred years old and still look to, put some fire back into your marriage.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's almost like exactly what it was. It put fire back into the marriage.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. Yeah, he was kind of taking her for granted.
Right.
She eventually almost has an affair with an old high school fling of hers, and then of course, she meets the mistress or the master, whatever you want to call
The
it.
master, yeah.
That's an interesting question Cody put up there.
Well, I think My Bloody Valentine's kind of a romantic slasher movie. Really.
Mhm.
Mhm.
Yeah, that one. It's been done before, and it's always an interesting question to pose. Is it Stockholm syndrome or is it love, or a little bit of both?
Well, and it probably, it could always go from one to the other. There's a lot of stuff that it could be. So
Yeah, love is never very black and white, is it?
no, definitely not.
I have not seen Let Us Pray though.
That's one of
That's
Christian's
right.
favorites. I'm not surprised he brought it up.
Mm.
I don't think I've seen it.
It's good. It's good.
Nice.
It's not a bad movie.
Yeah, I have. Yeah, I gotta check that out because I've heard a lot of good people talk about it. All right, Jen, what else you got for us?
Okay, well, I don't want to. I'm trying to make my list where we're inclusive of everyone, and we are always thinking about the romantic part of it. But another part of love, and I think you can celebrate this on Valentine's Day for single people. What about the love of friendship? And these are 3 movies that I would suggest that you could, like, if you're single and you want to have like a dude bro night, or if you want to have a girls night, or one that's just a hell of a good movie, no matter what your gender is. If it's a girls night and you want to get your besties, I think that shows a bond that's a horror. Well, it's a horror movie, a thriller more, but I guess you would classify it as horror, would be Hard Candy, because she basically is doing something to avenge a friend. And I think, and it's a good movie on top of it. And I think that would be a fun girls. I legitimately think if you're going to want to do the anti-Valentine's Day thing, this is a great movie that shows about friendship. And the ending line, she said the same thing about you. When we get to the big reveal, it really does show the power of friendship and the bonds of friendship. And I really think, especially if you've been, recently dumped or something and are not feeling the whole love and all of that, this is a great movie. It would purge out some anger, and you could, really have a moment with your girlfriends. So
nice.
That's the first one for you dude bros out there. And again, not to say that dude bros couldn't enjoy Hard Candy, or women couldn't enjoy, but dude bros could watch a movie that me and Monty really liked, The Boy Behind the Door. Again, a classic story about friendship, and he has an opportunity to leave his friend, and he chooses to stay because he makes a promise to a friend. I think that would be a good one. Like, she broke your heart, bro. I would never leave you like that, bitch. That's not the thing.
And I will say this: if you have not seen The Boy Behind the Door, you must watch that film. I will promote that film until the day I pass away.
Nice.
Yeah, it's a wonderful film, and it is about friendship. And the last one that I think is universal, that anyone that's just about friendship, is People Under the Stairs, which is similar to Boy Behind the Door, but still different and fresh enough. A hell of a good movie, arguably one of Wes Craven's best. And again, if you're just not feeling the love vibes, at least in the romantic sense, any of these movies would be good to get to your friends and just celebrate the power of friendship, especially if the bastard left you after 12 good years. The clock's ticking, Marty. The clock is ticking.
Taking this a little personal.
Well, Valentine's Day is nothing but nothing of personal.
Yeah. Exactly. So I just didn't want to leave our single friends out. So those are some movies. If you're single, if you've had a bad breakup, call your friends, get some bros and booze over, and have a good time.
To add to that list, a good kind of revenge type thing, strike down the man or whatever, Midsummer.
Oh, yes.
Ooh. Yeah.
I love that movie. Christian hates it.
Yeah, no, Christian hates it just as much as hates Scream.
I love it.
Yeah.
It's not my favorite, but like I can appreciate all that it brings to the table. I didn't like it as much as Hereditary, but it's a fascinating movie, no doubt.
Yeah, really.
And the scene, like, again, if it's girls that got dumped, that scene where they're all crying and screaming, you could just put that on a loop for a while and let your friend go through all the emotions for as long as they want. Be very cathartic.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Oh man, that scene was just, man.
Definitely so. And it was brought up in chat, but Ready or Not is another great one.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
from that perspective.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's another good one.
Yeah, she thinks it's her wedding night and everything's hunky dory, and next thing you know, she's running for her life.
Yeah.
That's, I think, what marriage is for everybody. You're it's happening to this, and you're like, oh shit! Wait a minute, the rest of my life. Wait a minute here. I thought we were just being poetic.
The last line of that too is just awesome.
Christy said, I dislike it.
I wish you'd be
the
honest,
same way.
Marky.
And that was amazing because I figured he would not like Hereditary because that's not a movie that I think he would like, because when it comes to A24 films, you either hate it or you love them. And of course, everyone knows how much I love Hereditary. It's one of my favorite horror movies. Triv, you're slipping.
Sorry. You guys talking about Hereditary and I had to fall down, I guess.
Just don't do that clucking sound. Let's see. Another movie that I thought would be appropriate for Valentine's Day is a horror movie called May.
Yes.
I figured Jim would like that one.
Oh yeah, I love that movie.
Is that the one with Arnold Schwarzenegger and?
No, that's Maggie.
Girl.
You're thinking of Maggie.
Oh, Maggie. Yes, sorry.
That's Maggie. No, this is May. This is where you have this woman who has an obsession with this other guy, and she decides to kill people and make a human doll.
I mean, that is what you traditionally do if you really have a crush on somebody. I mean, I've got several in my basement.
Been there. Been there.
I'm not surprised by that.
I like to dress mine up. Do you like to dress yours up too?
No, I like to keep mine. I prefer to keep them in casual dress. I mean, I'm a very casual person, so, you know.
See, I like to be a fairy. I like to do medieval things. I'm a fairy princess and a dragon, and you must save me. Yeah. Or we go to soap opera land and stuff. It's just depending on my mood.
Do you have to use like flesh-colored duct tape to keep them together? Because I can't, you know.
See, I don't, but see, like, I'm not, like, my mother made these wings, and if they wouldn't look as good as they would if they hadn't have, but I just use a regular black duct tape. I think it kind of gives it a edgy alternative look to the
I can see that. I can see that. As long as you can make out
women
features.
are scaring me now.
Oh, come on, you guys don't do the same thing. I'm sure you guys have some women. Well, you guys are married, so no, you wouldn't.
Yeah.
But in your single days,
I love what Stray Monkey said. He's still recovering from Midsummer.
Interesting subject change there, Monty.
He's not going there.
No, that's fair. That's fair.
Now, Revenge is a good one. I like Revenge.
Oh, I loved Revenge. And that's another one. If that would definitely be more of a woman's kind. Well, men can love it too, but I think again, if a guy broke your heart, that could be very cathartic to watch. On Valentine's Day. So. Or is it just me?
No.
I'll say another romantic slasher. Well, The Prowler. He's out. He gets his revenge, because she broke up with him through the Dear John letter or whatever. Now he's back to revenge.
Nice.
Yeah.
It's weird when Dear John letters were a thing. I mean, do people even know what those are anymore?
I don't even know.
Dear John emails, I guess, or text?
Yeah, suppose, or yeah, exactly. A Dear John DM or something.
But see, it doesn't have the same thing because you can get the really nice stationery, and if you're really expensive, you can get the wax seal. My darling John, our time together is so meaningful, but alas, it is coming like the sun rises, it also must set.
Oh man.
Oh, that's awesome. My dearest John, I hate your guts. Kindly rot in hell. Yours sincerely.
Oh man. All right, what else you got for us, Sean?
So let's say Return of the Living Dead 3, preserving love.
That's a bitch to do, Sean.
They were like a young couple in love, and he feels responsible. So what does he do? He turns her into a zombie.
I'm gonna turn you into a zombie because
that?
I can't live without you.
Puts glass in her eye and all kinds of orifices in her face and stuff.
Actually, out of the three of those, I like that one the best.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's definitely close between the original. I'd say it's a better story than the original for sure.
Yeah, I think that's because I like the story better.
Yeah.
Like love, it got better with time. Or wine, maybe with wine it gets better with time. One of those things. I don't know. Love, wine, same difference.
Depends on how much wine. Again, you could go into a roofie thing where if you give them too much, it's not a very good time at all.
Okay, Jen, we need to talk about roofing people. I mean, generally speaking, I don't really think that's the route you want to go if you want to go for a long-lasting relationship beyond the next couple hours.
The perfect way for a long-lasting.
Didn't work for Bill Cosby, so it's
oh God!
you.
Oh shit!
Have some barbecue sauce, honey. We'll be fine.
This barbecue sauce tastes funny.
Oh man!
Why are my clothes over there?
Honey, why did you Gerald's game me?
Funny you should bring that up. That was another one on my list.
I was going to bring that one up too.
Great minds think alike.
Well, you know.
Oh
Stephen
man.
King may not know how to write love stories, but God, if he can't do bondage.
I know.
Hey, Daddy.
Uh-oh.
Oh, well, there you go.
The more
Erica,
you
you
know.
know, I learn something new from you every time. I appreciate the insight.
No, it's supposed to be not. It's supposed to be. No, I know better. And you say GI Joe.
The more you know.
Da,
The more you
da, da, da.
Knowing
now.
is half the battle.
Yes.
Yeah, knowing is half the battle.
Or you can pull a gem. You can be a superstar.
I'm gonna be a superstar roofier. Yay, let's go.
You're the rock star of roofing.
Yeah, there you go. As long as you're not a rock star and being roofied, because that would be not so great.
Take your path, people.
Oof. Hey, talking about the zombie part of it, Warm Bodies.
I
was
was
yeah.
pretty
on the
good.
list too. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's actually one of my guilty pleasure horror movies. I just happened
Good
to catch.
example, yeah.
Yeah, I just happened to watch it. And I actually kind of liked it.
Yeah.
I actually kind of liked it. I thought it was a nice story, a different way to tell a zombie story, where you actually
Right.
have a zombie that I guess has the hots for Teresa Palmer.
Right.
Mhm. And again, it's a good movie to put on for like a date night because it's kind of more lighthearted. It's not something super serious. If you just kind of want to have a laid back kind of thing, it's a fun one to put on.
Exactly.
I have to admit, I marked out when they show the cover of Lucio Fulci's Zombie. Like, yes.
I wish I could remember the name of it. There's a Giallo. I know there's a lot that involve death, but I saw it when I was a kid and it was awesome. And I've been looking for it because I can't remember the freaking name of it. But like, I think it's like My Wife is a Ghost or something like that. But they're in this really gorgeous castle thing, and the husband offs the wife, and she's dead, but she keeps taking revenge on him. Or at least I thought it was Giallo. Maybe it's not. It was in Italian, but maybe that doesn't count as a Giallo per se. There's so many of those.
It sounds like a Giallo. It sounds like a Giallo film.
Yeah,
It does.
Sounds
I
like
don't
one
know.
of Mario Bava's or something.
Mm-hmm.
I looked. I've tried to look it up, and I can't find anything that falls under that title. But that one random movie I'm talking about that I have no idea what it is falls under that category too.
Someone will watch this. If not
That
tonight,
could be
someone will watch
Nightmare
this.
Castle.
Maybe
Mario.
'cause
No, it's not Mario Bava, but it's Barbara Steele's in it.
okay, I'll look it up. Because I thought what drew me in was the fact that My Wife is a Ghost or something like that, or I don't know.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. It's not a Neil Jordan film, is it? Where it's not a Giallo, but there's a Neil. It's with Steve Guttenberg. It's not that one, is it? God,
I don't-
can't think.
I
It's
saw
in
it
a
as a
castle.
I saw it when I was like in my I saw it as a kid, so I kind of like drawing at straws as to what it was, but it was Italian.
Okay, then that wouldn't
So-
be it. Okay.
Yeah, it wouldn't be that because I don't think.
Or it was dubbed, I should say. So it wasn't. It was dubbed English, but it was clearly not English originally.
It,
it was like
it
Italian
wasn't
slang.
American.
No, definitely not. It wasn't English, wasn't American, wasn't Scottish, wasn't Aussie.
Damn foreigners, where are they going to learn to speak our language?
Well, I mean, on set they would have spoken their own language. It just got translated or dubbed into, whatever language you like.
They should be speaking American. I'm only kidding, guys. Before you cancel me, I'm just being an asshole.
I think one of another great horror movies you can watch during Halloween. I mean, during Valentine's Day is It Follows.
Oh, that's a great one.
STDs. Nothing's
Such a unique-
STDs.
Yeah.
and for what it, the story itself is what it was, but the idea of the way that they transmit, the way that they get haunted is so interesting. Like I love that part of it.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah,
It's genuinely creepy.
Yeah, very
it's
much
genuinely
so.
creepy. Yeah. I'm like, whoa, they're really going there with this. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
And it's a very unique concept. It's a very unique concept.
That's very true.
Yeah, I agree with that, Eric. Yes, Christine. guys in their cars. Well, some guys.
Yeah,
I'm not.
yeah.
I'm not a car guy, but
Yeah.
I was thinking Michael and the entire town of Haddonville were pretty, they had quite a tumultuous relationship.
Yeah. The latest
that.
one, the relationship is where it went sour. It dies tonight.
It dies quickly and not very hard.
You can never,
the fate follows us.
you can never get out of Haddonfield.
Oh.
Yeah, I figure Eric
They
would
can never get him out of Haddonfield.
Yeah.
I figure Eric would find It Follows boring. Oh man. Someone just. Oh, okay.
Going back
I'll
to
mention.
oh, go ahead.
Sorry, go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say, Blackula was actually pretty romantic for what it was.
Oh
So
yeah.
I mentioned that in the chat earlier. Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
somebody
sorry.
mentioned it. Yeah, somebody mentioned that in the chat earlier about Blackula. It amazes me because when I first saw Blackula, it was one of the I think it was right before or after I saw The Exorcist, and of course, me and my friends sneaked in the movie theaters to go see a rated R film, and we were like, "Wow, this is pretty good," because obviously it's a blaxploitation film taking on the character of Black Dracula. So Blackula was pretty good, and it was a decent love story, and of course, I loved it.
Oh yeah, it was excellent.
Mhm.
Was
really
good movie.
Speaking of vampires, one that I think brings the erotic, well, not super erotic, but to little Jen, this was super erotic, and why I'm always going to be a Chris Sedan fan till I die. We have to talk about fucking Fright Night. And I'm not talking about Amy and Charlie. I am talking about Amy and Chris Sedan. That scene in the nightclub when she's spinning around in the mirrors and you don't see Chris Sedan, it's super hot. I will fight anybody.
That banging 80s music.
Oh, the give it up. Yeah. Emily Champagne. I have the soundtrack. Yes. Oh my god, like he's a hot, and like Christian always says, the real love story is between Chris Sedan and the ghoul. But no, it isn't. It's just they were just friends. It was a working vampire ghoul relationship. Yeah. But I felt things for the first time when I saw that. I was like, huh.
Did you like
7-year-old?
Did you like the remake, Jen?
No, I did not. No, I did not. No, that's a murder
Ain't
make you
having
go
it.
burn in hell.
I said that because I know you didn't like it.
Fuck that remake.
I love the remake. It had Doctor Who in it. David Tennant. He had Doctor Who. David Tennant. He's in the remake, and I love his particular version. Peter Vincent.
Evil Ed. They totally ruined Evil Ed with that. God, no. No.
You know what his nickname is? David 10-inch.
Oh, I appreciate that.
Not a bad nickname.
Apparently, I don't have any verification one way or the other. I just remember someone on the set of Doctor Who saying that, and it's like, okay, well, I mean, there you go.
See, Eric agrees with me.
I don't care. That's cool. I no hate to you guys, but oh man, it's just like you got the original Fright Night, and like Chris Sedan is hot. He was a hot cop in Child's Play. He was hot. He was Prince Humperdinck. He was just hot. He's hot now. He was also in the remake, but I pretend not to remember that. But technically, yes, he made a cameo in the remake. Fuckers.
So you liked Prince Humperdinck's mole, don't you? That's what draws you to him, right?
Oh yeah. Actually, the one I thought was the hottest was when he was in Child's Play. Like he was super hot as Jerry Dandridge, but there was something about a guy with a gun and then Chucky trying to strangle him from the back seat. I don't know. It just
Oh man, Knight would love you, Jen. Oh man,
Marty will get a baseball bat. He's done it before.
I'm with you on that, Jen, but yeah, I refuse to watch. I refuse to even watch the remake. There's just certain ones I won't. I'm not going there. I'm not succumbing to the Hollywood crap. You know.
I respect that. I respect. Not to say that
They
there
did it
aren't
right the
remakes that are
first
good.
time. There's no need for.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, fair.
I
Hey, come
agree.
on! I mean, they're doing a trilogy of The Exorcist now, so
Oh my
nothing
God.
is sacred.
Well, we're
Yeah.
also getting a
Yeah.
Lost Boys thing too, or we're
Yep.
supposed to.
Yeah, that'll be
God help us
interesting.
all.
Yeah, interesting in quotes. If I could move my hands, I would do quotes, but I can't. So.
Interesting.
Thank you. Yes, thank you. I appreciate that. You know what? Rub it in my face, Monty. Please continue to rub it in my face.
I
But
could say
can't-
something here, but we're on my channel, so I'm
Oh,
not.
damn it, I get-
couldn't say what I wrote, but I'm
All right.
thinking something.
Being that I'm on a 2D plane, I'm not sure how well that works, but I appreciate the offer.
All right, I had to warn Jen the last time she almost got my channel banned.
Oh God, serious? Oh damn.
It's a hazard. I think it's well known in the community. It's always a risk when you have me on.
Hey, you know what? You went through
We
you went
know that
through-
going in.
Yeah,
Well, hell, you hijacked Marty's channel the other weekend, and you were fine. So For
For the most part, he's slowly developing a drink. He's really leaning into the stereotype. I'm making him really after a night of
why do you think he finally got a job? Oh man.
It says, wait a minute here. It says way more about Marty. He picked me. Like, obviously, we all know I have problems, but what does it say about Marty? He picked me.
What does it say?
Oh, John.
Oh,
You
man.
you guys are like Freddie and Jason. You're a perfect match.
Mhm.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I like to think of as more of a Chucky and Tiffany, but
No,
yeah,
for
I know
me.
what you mean.
That's fair. I can see that.
Well,
that.
Speaking of Chucky and Tiffany, I was going to bring up Bride of Chucky as for romantic horror couples.
Oh
I
yeah,
mean, you can't get a better horror couple than Chucky and Tiffany.
yeah. And
True.
they also show the realism of the thing, like in Bride of Chucky, that scene where everything's lovey-dovey, and then they get pissed at each other. Fuck! What would Martha Stewart say? Fuck Martha Stewart, and slaving away, cooking a meal for her man. And I just oh, that's so much fun. And it's true. If you cook a meal, they should be able to do the dishes.
Oh, absolutely. Amen to that.
I'll mention a classic case of blind love. The
Ooh,
Brides of
Ooh, The
Dracula.
Brides of
old Hammer
Dracula.
classic.
excellent
choice.
movie.
Yeah, definitely have it.
Yeah, I mean the young school teacher, very smart, beautiful. She falls for this guy, the Baron, and turns out to be it's actually her fault that she released him. She takes the cuffs off him, and he's out into the night killing people.
Oh man, yeah, it's one of the when I was growing up watching Hammer Horror, it was one of the best vampire pictures that I saw that did not have Christopher Lee in it.
Yes,
Mhm.
absolutely.
Yeah,
It's a good choice.
Mhm.
that's an excellent choice.
All right, what else you got for us, Jen?
Okay, I think I'm gonna go with one that it wasn't new at the time, but this was quite a few years ago. 1999's Lover's Lane. It's nothing spectacular, but it's fun. Does anyone remember Lover's Lane?
I don't remember that one.
It's
Roughly,
a guy with a
but-
hook. They're kind of a 90s take, but it's very 80 kind of aesthetic. A guy with a hook stalks all these kids at Lover's Lane. They manage to escape and move on, and then they have kids of their own, and somebody's coming back and picking off all their kids. We've seen it done a million times, but it's very fun. It's not exactly a comedy, but it has that retro fun kind of 80s cheesy kind of feel vis-a-vis 1999. It's really good. So I'd recommend it. It's more of a fun time.
Yeah, have you seen that one, Tip?
I don't think I have. Like it's. I know I've heard of it. I don't think I've seen it.
It's fun. It's nothing great, but it's one. Again, this would be one if you're trying to do I'm trying to give people ideas, no matter what kind of situation or what kind of thing, what vibe they want to go for Valentine's Day. This is definitely in the fun category. And you probably won't have anyone call the cops on you if you put it on, unlike some of my other recommendations. Probably.
I got another one for the obsessed. Oh, wait a minute. He's about to talk about one of my favorite ones. Yes.
Oh, good one.
Monkey Shine.
Yes.
Nice.
Yes. I love. Yeah, Monkey Shine was decent. I love Monkey Shines. Yes, definitely about. It was more about the monkey than it was the human. That monkey didn't like anyone that did anything to that man.
Very true.
Mm-hmm.
I was thinking too. Oh crap! I lost my train of thought. Shoot, I'm sorry. I will be back to you with what I was thinking of. As a revenge one, you were talking revenge. Teeth.
Yes.
Ooh.
That one is awesome.
Do you think women love this one more than men do?
I'm thinking that is the case. I mean, you mentioned anything, just the idea of it, the fact it was an indie film. I mean, because I don't think that would have been made as mainstream, just
Probably
because
not.
it's so.
Yeah.
It's like Killer Condoms, kind of.
Yeah.
Oh, it's such a good movie. I mean, that's honestly sort of a love story too, if you want to look at it that way.
Very much is. We actually did a review on that. It is.
That's just about the Demon Handjob movie.
There's more subtext to that. You make it sound so sleazy.
It's actually like there is a lot of there's a lot of commentary on quite a few different things, and I mean beyond it was based on the comic book, but I'm sure there was more to it, in the comic books, but still, so
yeah.
Hey, you know what, Eric? You watched it once, and we're proud of you for that.
Yes.
Hey guys, I have a question for all the men. If your significant lady love, if she developed a condition like that, what would you guys do?
I think we'd have to stick to the clitoris, honestly.
I mean, would it be a problem with the relationship with this? Or could this be something? Okay, I love her. We'll just work with it.
We would just work with it.
You'd have to buy a life supply
this could work. Yeah, this could work.
You'd have to buy a life supply of either dildos or vibrators, because
they always come out all chewed up.
Yeah, it'd be like a chew toy thing. You just start buying chew toys. All of a sudden you hear squeak, 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 squeak.
I could just see Marty rolling over. Damn it, Jen, I'm trying to sleep.
I'm with Eric there.
Yeah, I was with Eric there, because I saw Teeth that one time. I'm like, I can't watch this movie again.
I think it's more for men than it is for women. I think you guys it's way more of a horror thing for you guys.
Oh yeah.
I mean, although she, the guy, when she does it again, he did deserve what he got.
Yeah.
So that's one good thing I did. But yeah, one time is good.
You have to see it, but then beyond that, it's kind of up to you. So,
did you ever see
that's someone's kink though?
Oh, well, it's a thing. It's really a kink you can only do once.
Yeah, I guess that's true.
I mean, there's really no pulling out fast and keeping what you got.
That'd be a good way for a guy to learn his timing, right?
Oh boy, here we go again. Both of y'all are going to get my battle chant. Oh man.
Well, usually I'm a well-behaved angel. It's our guest. She's encouraged. It's not. I'm the good one.
I'm sorry, I can't help myself.
Parental advisory on your channel.
I know. Okay.
I'm sorry. I'll stop. I'll just kind of go over here and I can't. You're just gonna.
Oh.
I can't go any further.
Oh man. All right, now it's time to bring up this one. It's another obsessive female movie called Swim Fan.
Oh, very good one.
Yes.
About that one.
I've seen that one.
Yeah, guy got a good girlfriend. Yeah, he's got a nice girlfriend. He's on the swim team. Everything's going fine, and then he meets a crazy woman. almost similar like The Crush.
Yes, very much similar like The Crush.
Yeah.
In fact, a lot of people have said they're very, night and day, pretty much, or not night and day, but they're very similar.
No, I did not hear that yet. The city's going crazy with James Harden coming here, so I have not heard anything about Crossman going to the Steelers.
Oof. In that same vein, I was looking back at Matt Damon. He did The Talented Mr. Ripley. It's kind of that same obsessive, like not. I don't. Yeah, I mean, it's been forever since I've seen it, but it's kind of got that same obsessive thing going.
Vibe to it.
Yeah, exactly. And I think it was a love thing. Maybe I'm thinking wrong.
No, you're right. Again, subtext. You could apply that to a lot of different ways you can interpret that movie.
Yeah, true.
All right, what else you got for us, Sean?
Well, of course, Misery is a great obsessed,
I was just going for that one.
obsessed fan of the novelist.
And a very good movie generally too. That when she hobbles him, oh god.
Yeah, because
that's one of the most disturbing parts I've ever seen. Look at this. I look like Matt Damon. Thanks. I'm okay with that.
You are a very good-looking gent.
Like his,
but not in a weird, obsessive
account.
way.
Like his bank account.
Yeah, I think all of us would like that.
Yeah, no.
Misery is one that I think would be perfect for either married couples, who've been married for a while. I think that'd be a great Valentine's movie. Or for guys. I think Misery would also be perfect for guys because I think every guy has a story where they meet a girl and she seems really awesome, and then you know her for about 3 days, and this totally different person comes out. And I think all guys have had at least one story of one crazy girl that looks so normal and sweet until 3 days later.
Well, thank you, JKS.
Nice, Danny Glover.
What's up, Ben?
Howdy, Ben.
What's up, Ben?
What about Mandy? That one kind of, that one's got it's not obsessive per se, but just generally, I think it kind of falls into that kind of power couple thing.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, and it's also trippy as fuck. That's a good one for Valentine's night. If you want to inspire conversation.
I know you got a few others there, Jen.
I do. I have one, and this one, admittedly, I debated, but I really want to talk about it because it goes with the theme. But it is a super, I'm not playing around. This is a super heavy movie, guys, and I absolutely love it. But it is a downer, but it does go with the obsessive of love, and it's based on a true story. It was a movie called Hounds of Love. I've talked about this many times, and it was based on a real couple that abducted women, used them for sex slaves for a while, and then murdered them. And we go into the story about how a woman would do this because she commits some really horrible atrocities because she's in love and she loses her children, and because she's in love with this guy, she thinks this guy is the only thing. And there is the greatest scene, and the reason why I'm bringing this up in Valentine's, there is a scene in the movie set to Nights in White Satin where the couple is dancing around, and it is shot so beautifully, and the music comes in, and it is a terrifying scene, but it conveys everything without a word about obsessive love. And that if you see the movie, you will never hear Nights in White Satin the same way again. It is a phenomenal movie, but it is a downer of a movie. It's not a fun movie, but if you really want to have a very cerebral kind of discussion afterward, this might be a way to go. I strongly recommend Hounds of Love. I love that movie.
Nice.
But it is a brutal movie, and for dog lovers, there's a really horrible scene toward the end. I will warn you guys. Even me, it was like, oh god damn. So sorry to bring the vibe down, but I did. I'm sorry, but I love this movie. Any chance I get to talk about obsessive love, this is a movie that I'm very passionate about. I think everybody should see. So
yeah, I don't remember Paperboy.
I don't either.
Huh.
I saw
Fear is a great one. Fear. I did that for Valentine's one day. I reviewed that for
because I remember Fear.
Mark Wahlberg.
Yeah, it is a good stalker movie.
That is. And another one where that doesn't have two ending good for the dog.
No,
no,
not that
photo.
One.
That's creepy. When he's in the guy's
1 hour photo, yeah. Yeah, 1 hour photo. Yeah. Robin Williams obsessed. When I talk about obsessed, he was obsessed with the whole family.
Yeah.
Am I the only one that prefers Insomnia to 1 hour photo? If we're gonna go for creepy Robin Williams movies, I prefer Insomnia way more.
That's a
I
good
haven't
one.
seen
too.
1 hour photo, but Insomnia is really good.
I love
Yeah.
Insomnia.
Actually, yeah, because I would have to agree with you. Yeah, Insomnia is much more better because. Sorry, it's my new watch.
Ooh, fancy.
This is my Valentine's Day present.
Aw,
It's Gear 4.
very cool.
Mhm.
It's nice.
Well, with Insomnia, it's more of a dynamic of between Al Pacino
And Robin
and
Williams.
Robin Williams'
Mhm.
character.
Mhm.
It's like a cat and mouse game, you know.
But the weird thing is they understand each other, like, and that terrifies them. Like there's an understanding, like they're different, but
Yeah.
they might not be as different as they think they'd like to be. Is what I find interesting about that whole movie. I just prefer that. I know everyone brings up 1 hour photo, and I don't think it's a bad movie at all, but I always prefer Insomnia over it. I really love Insomnia.
Yeah, so would I. Yeah, even though as much as I like 1 hour photo, but Insomnia is much more better, probably because of the dynamic between Robin and Al Pacino.
And Al Pacino's incredible in that. But then I'm an Al Pacino fan.
Yeah.
Ooh,
Yeah,
that is a good one.
Yeah, yeah, that's one of my favorite ones. Is the first time you actually see Harrison Ford as a bad guy.
Yeah. Yeah, he always plays good guys, doesn't he?
Mhm.
Yeah, it's true.
Never thought about that. Fatal Attraction, guys. Fatal Attraction.
Ooh.
Oh,
That's a
God,
great-
yeah.
Yeah.
Another one. If you're in the dump or if you've met a crazy in your life, that's a great one to watch. And it's hard being a woman. Like, you feel sorry for Glenn Close because she just wants to be loved. Why can't Michael Douglas understand? She just wants to be loved. He just can get rid of that stupid family. Obviously, he
Yeah.
wasn't that happy if he was looking, right?
Jen, would you eat the rabbit stew?
Oh.
Yeah. Okay,
Oh, she
that
killed
was
the
really
rabbit.
much.
She killed the rabbit and
I
made it
think
rabbit.
that's where all the guys would be turned off. They might like be okay and think, okay, maybe I could make this work out. And then the rabbit thing, it's like, no.
I figured I watched it.
Make
That's
the
more of
argument
it.
that's what shows that scene represents how sometimes how crazy love can make you. Like some of us wouldn't go that far. At least I hope we wouldn't. Marty doesn't have a pet rabbit, I don't think. But anyway,
Well, that's good.
but you know, it does show us because we've all done things to one degree or another for love that, you know, we look back and think, oh my God, I can't believe we've done that. Sometimes, you know, and sometimes it's stupid stuff. Sometimes it's a little bit more vindictive, but you know, everyone has that one story or several.
Would you say that's love, or was it more of obsession, really? I mean,
It's
does
obsession.
she
but
love
maybe-
him, or is she just completely obsessed with him?
That's a good question right there, Sean. That is a really good question. And what is, to quote Hathaway, what is love?
Ooh, you really getting deep.
Yeah, man.
It is. And love and love is different to every, you ask even everyone in this panel, I think it's similar, but I think love for all of us is different too. It's universal, but it's also very personal.
Very true.
True.
Yeah.
Deep, impactful words.
I know it's scary coming out of my mouth.
No, not at all.
Dicks. I feel way more comfortable talking about
No,
this.
Jen, sometimes, Jen, you can actually talk very good sense.
Once in a while.
Sometimes that's a great love story. Yeah,
Oh, the bullet.
Yeah.
the girl in the well.
Well, if you want to talk,
Girl just
If you
needs some lotion.
oh god. I mean, you could put that on a T-shirt and everyone would buy it because it is so romantic. It puts the lotion on the skin, or it gets the hose.
again. Or it gets the hose again. Now it puts the lotion in the basket. Put the fucking lotion in the basket.
Well, if you want an unintentionally kind of creepy movie from a love perspective, you could always go Howard the Duck.
Oh, God.
That's an interesting choice. Let me hear your thoughts. Could you mind going a little deeper on your thoughts of why this is
Well,
a good
I
romantic-
Now
I mean, the
that's-
idea
now
of
that's a horror.
Yeah, exactly. It's a horror, like that idea of like what's going to happen to, I can't think of her name.
Leah Thompson.
Yeah, Leah Thompson. What happens to her if she would have gone all the way with Howard? I mean, I don't really want to think about that.
Neither do I.
No, I'm just saying that's why it's an unintentional horror movie. I mean, it's right up there with, I don't know.
Corpse fucking.
Oh.
What the duck? Oh.
Exactly. We weren't doing anything. I mean, yeah, but no.
Wait, now we don't judge. I mean, that might be someone might get on with duck.
My
boobs.
face was stuck thinking about duck boobs there for a second. I apologize.
It's like duck boobs.
I'm saying still because when you think of a boob, you think of one thing, and then you think of feathers and silky. It's very interesting sensations.
What's better, duck boobs or puppet boobs? Like
Most of being an expert at least on puppets.
Don't you dare talk about the Happy Murders. No, no.
I didn't want to go.
No, I know Jen.
Wasn't that bad? It had potential.
No.
That would be a great date movie. Okay, guys, if you guys went on a romantic date with someone before you guys were married, just as a date, and you didn't know them that well, and they said, "Oh, I've got a great movie. Let's watch, that movie." What would you guys think? Would you guys be like, "Oh, I gotta go," or would you be like, "Oh, this girl is interesting"?
You got warped minds.
Come for the puppet, stay for Melissa McCarthy. Oh, there you go. Oof,
that's a good one too.
I have not seen that one.
It's a classic.
That's very good.
What's up, Simon? Yeah, you came in right in time.
Exactly. One word earlier, and you would not have said that.
Yeah. What's up, Jennifer?
Hey, Jen.
What's up, Jennifer?
No, because
there's a great love movie, Short Circuit.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, really, Sean? Now that would be one I'd be like, okay, I my mom, I think, is dying. I gotta go.
Oh man. Oh man. I had a movie I was going to talk about, and now I lost my train of thought.
The duck boobs threw you off, didn't it?
The duck boobs threw me off.
They're so feathery and soft.
Oh, now we're just going into the whole puppet thing.
Now it's...
Well, what about An American Werewolf in London? That one's got a fair love story to it.
Yeah,
it's a very sweet love story, actually.
Yeah,
and it's one of those, and I don't know about the rest of you guys, but I'm a sap for like movies that don't necessarily give you a happy ending in their love stories. And this one, she futilely tries to save him, and that could be a metaphor. If you've ever dated someone that has problems and that are basically a good person, but they have their own demons and you can't save them, that movie could be kind of a metaphor for that. Them not being able to save somebody.
Yeah, that's true.
It is like a tragic love, How can you love a werewolf? Like it's not going to end well. It's never going to end well.
It's kind of like Batman and Vicky Vale at the end of the '89 Batman. He has to stand on rooftops, and she doesn't.
But Vicky, could you really love a woman named Vicky?
Not really.
Vicky Vale. Such a creative name.
See,
name alliteration.
He must was in the stream last night because he's talking about society again.
That is an interesting question, but I'm going with the alien notion that if there are boobs, there's probably not corkscrew penis.
Right? Wouldn't that hurt?
You'd think so. I mean,
like even with a lot of lube,
born with it.
I just want to cross my legs just thinking about it. That could be a deal breaker.
You're an angel with broken wings.
Well, and you're a guy with a corkscrew penis. Who's worse? Not you, Sean. Just generally, you know. It'd be a great reality TV show. You know, can they work? Can they work?
Oh, come on, Eric. You can watch Society again.
It's a sweet movie.
With and without the asshole faces.
Damn it, Collector Man. I was just going to say that. Deadly Friends.
Oh, that's a good one.
Oh,
Hi.
yeah.
Another one, Preserving Love, like Return of the Living Dead 3, similar type of. He
Wait a
feels
minute, Jen.
responsible, so he tries to bring her back in the form of a robot.
Only the
Kills
most
people.
depraved
Kills
is it
people.
Oh, man.
You can't go wrong with that soundtrack. Beep, beep. Boop, boop.
Oh, no.
Beep, beep.
Yeah,
Beep, beep.
No, that's a movie they should remake.
Be interesting.
I could see that.
Yeah.
I could see that.
One movie that was mentioned in chat earlier, but we really didn't talk much about, was Candyman. Like, which one do you guys prefer? Kind of the way they did it in the 80s version or the 90s version, or the more recent one?
I
Like
loved
with the
them
love
both
story
for
and
different
stuff.
reason. I loved them both.
I
Yeah, they're
haven't
both
seen
good.
it yet.
They're both
I haven't
good.
seen the remake yet.
It's great, Sean. You would probably like it. It's so good. That was some of the best last few seconds in the whole year was that tell everybody, tell everyone. Yeah. Oh yeah.
Mhm.
Love that. Tony Todd I was like, oh my god. Probably though, like just a little bit. Maybe I love the original just a smidge, but I really loved the new one too as well. But probably just the original, just a smidge. Mm-hmm. And another tragic love story, like that one is heartbreakingly beautiful. But and I'm not being funny, but it really is because he really loved her, and it brings up a lot of questions. And people from two different worlds, can they really make, especially the time and place people?
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
and that means as much as true love in itself too. So,
yeah.
Monty would make a good Candyman, don't you think?
He would.
He would.
Voice and the look.
Got that deep voice.
Yeah, but I can't deal with the hook hand. I gotta have my hands.
Well, you know what you do? You just get yourself a mannequin hand and hang it off the back, and then when you need to pull it out, you just be like, give yourself the extra length too.
That looks hot.
That would come in handy if I could actually pull my head off and then pull my innards out. Something.
Yeah.
Well, now you're just talking Mystics of Bali. I mean,
I know. Yeah. Yeah. Triv did this review of Mystics of Bali, and they had that thing come up. I still can't get enough of that thing. See, there you go.
Like this.
Yep.
Nice.
Nice to have a detachable head. You never know when you need it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I know. I went there again. I step in it all the time. So.
Oh, I was saying, I wasn't ooh as a chastising thing. I was like, ooh.
Thanks, Simon. Thanks, Simon. Yes. It's not the first time I've heard that someone said I would make an awesome blade.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
I thought you said corkscrew, Sparky. I was like, okay, wait a minute. In the comments. Like, what?
Could be the mannequin movies and Candyman.
Interesting you said mannequin movies. I forget all about Mannequin 2.
Oh,
it's easy to forget about that because it really wasn't that good.
No, it wasn't.
I can't even make that. Not the fact
Got
that
all
Mannequin
that until you just said that.
I can't believe that. Not that Mannequin wasn't an awesome movie, but they actually made a sequel of it. And I'm like, what?
The only guy that was in it was Hollywood, right, from the first movie.
Mm-hmm.
I think, right?
Yeah, he was in the second one. So, Trip, out of all the obscure horror movies you have reviewed, which one would you think would be an appropriate one for Valentine's? Well,
the most, I guess, codependent relationship is Brain Damage between Elmer and oh God, is it Brian? I can never keep his name straight on that one. Kevin? Keith? Sorry, there we go. Sorry, I froze.
The pressure.
Well, it is. Cost me to lose my head if I'm not careful.
Maybe you were married to Henry VIII in a past life.
Highly possible. One never knows. I'd say, and it's a metaphorical thing, obviously, but it is a codependent relationship. Like, one provides what the other needs, in the form of, like, the addictive stuff that gives him the crazy high, and so he can see all the lights, and then the other way, it's he needs Elmer needs Brian to live. So from that perspective. Hi, Eric.
That's a good point. Basket case. Now that's a serious codependent relationship.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Oh, definitely.
Awesome movie too. All of them.
I guess as far as love stories go, I don't really. They're also kind of crazy and weird. I suppose Lair of the White Worm has the sexy aspect of it, but it's not really, a romantic thing.
No, not what that woman snake does to one person. I think that dude.
No. Yay!
It's a good movie.
Very good. I suppose. Well, I suppose that, or that would be my go-to. So
those are good ones.
Not traditional, but it works within the context.
Mm-hmm.
Traditional doesn't work for everybody.
Exactly.
That's a good one. Freaks is a great one. I didn't even think about that one.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah,
I love that movie.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think of that as a romantic movie. I think of that as this is one thing about, and I'm not being funny. Both of my boys, this is a movie when Christian got old enough and Jake just recently saw it. I think it's a movie that for if you're a human being, for humanity, you have to see Freaks. Like, it's just something to be a good human. See this movie.
Another one that I had to look back through my list. I'd say two Dr. Fives. The abominable Dr. Fives.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I mean, everything he did was for love, and he went above and beyond because love transcends, and so he built an entire Clockwork band.
Yeah,
exactly.
That was pretty awesome.
It was very cool. So, plus it's Caroline Monroe. How do you get better than that? I mean,
cannot go wrong with Caroline Monroe.
Yeah.
Let's see. Yep. Valentine with the dude that played Angel.
She even enhanced don't open till Christmas even. As bad a movie as that is.
Yeah, I can see it.
Yeah, Valentine was it was pretty good. That was pretty good.
The book is a little better.
I was going to say that, Valentine.
Oh, there you go.
All right, Eric.
Good to see you.
Go watch Society, Eric.
Thanks for providing the cheeky moments. We appreciate it.
Yes.
Remember, watch Necromantic with someone you love.
Gather the family together.
Exactly.
Gather around. Some popcorn.
It's a movie for the entire family. A romantic movie that everyone can get behind and in front of.
And right now, I'm just hearing in a past stream, I'm hearing Marty screaming at me, "We're not watching a porno with your son." We probably need more context. And we're talking about Christian. We're not watching.
Oh man, funny story here. When Kelly and I first went out on a date, first date, I took her to go see Tales from the Crypt Demon Night, a horror movie. Oh man, yeah, it's pretty interesting.
How did she know you were a horror guy at that point yet, or was she still just barely getting to know you?
We were in the getting to know you stage. I think I don't know if she knew I was really into horror. I think that was just the first movie date, and I just happened to pick the horror films. It was just something that just happened. I mean, obviously knows now that I'm a huge horror fan.
Oh yeah, I knew that.
Yeah.
What about you,
the
Sean?
horror miser?
Did your wife know you were a horror fan? Or
Yeah, she knew pretty much right from the get-go.
Oh my
Uh, and still to this day, I keep trying to make her one, but she's not big into them. Now and then she'll like one if it's a good story and not too gory, you know.
hmm
Like
Mhm.
she liked Halloween and stuff, so
Very
that's
cool.
okay in my book.
Well, you might have had to have left her if not, right, Sean? If
Yeah.
she was a Halloween
Although I
hater.
have to say she prefers freaking Rob Zombie version. I'm sorry. Yeah. She
Yay!
loves the Rob Zombie one. Damn
I
it.
like the Rob Zombie one. You know this. Like I don't love it as much as, but I do. I appreciate Rob Zombie. So she's got good taste. Interesting taste.
Nothing wrong with that. And that's a kind of cool thing about horror is, like rom-coms, I guess there is some variety there, but you talk horror, even love story aspects of it. You can go gory, you can go, sweet, you can kind of hit all the different sides of it.
Yeah, you can. There's many facets of horror, and there's many facets of love. Well, many facets of love too. So,
Yeah.
and every couple has a different love language. I was thinking, like me and Marty, we can't be in person together, but one of my favorite times with Marty is we were watching Ilsa, She Wolf of the SS, and we were just laughing and having so much fun. And I'm like, I could never do this with anybody else that I know of, like in a romantic with a guy situation. And that is one of my favorite memories with me and Marty, because we were just cracking jokes, and Marty was going, "You can't put up swastikas, Jen. It's insensitive." And I'm like, "But Marty, it's funny," and back and forth. And just that kind of thing.
That's like the first movie I think of when I think exploitation. That's just hits all the buttons. Like
Yeah, and it's sleazy and it works.
depraved.
Yeah. But if you think about it, it's like, yeah, that's a Jen and Marty cut. That says us as a couple, I think.
Yeah, if you haven't, you definitely got to check out the new Candyman.
It's really good.
Agreed. The was it Yahya Abdul Mateen, the guy that plays Anthony, is incredibly good. Like,
Yeah,
he
was
does
good,
a great job.
Yeah.
I probably screwed up his name, so I apologize.
No, you did pretty good.
Pretty close.
Yeah. It's tough trying to pronounce that name because I messed up his name trying to review that movie. I said, "Crap! I had to edit that out and do it all over again."
I made Sparky take the bullet, I think.
Oh man, that was me during Mystics of Bali. I was trying to pronounce Peninggalan, which is it's another version of the head with the floating organs, and couldn't get it to save my life. I was redoing the pronunciation and then trying to repeat it back quick, and it was an editing mess, but that's okay. So
that's just as bad as because when I did a review of Slapface and the witch's name is Vagayo, and I had to try to pronounce it because I had to say it a few times, so I had to make sure I pronounce it correctly.
I need to watch your review. I've seen the movie. I still need to watch your review, Monty. I'm interested to hear what you thought of it.
Yeah, it's dark. It's sad.
We've been there and seen it. I think its heart is in the right place, but it doesn't add anything new to the conversation.
Yeah, it's okay. Yeah, but just like what you and Christian said about the movie, I basically say the same thing. It's good, but it's missing something. It's missing something to make it a great movie. Although when I put up my review of The Long Night, because I saw that 2 days ago, and you want to talk about a great potential of a horror movie, not to go off topic, but a great movie. You got Scott Taylor Thompson, pretty good in the film, but then the ending.
Yeah, haven't seen it yet. We'll definitely check it out. Check it out. Missed potential.
Yeah, definitely missed potential.
And that's too bad when that happens, because there is always room for a different interpretation of a thing if it's done well.
Yes,
true.
Yeah, you guys still got a few more, Jen?
I think I've pretty much. I asked Marty. I go pretend you were dating. You didn't know me as well as you know me, and our first Valentine's, and I was over at your apartment. What movie would you put on for me? And his was Irreversible. This is Marty's pick, not mine. But again, you could make the argument. I don't think it's like for me. Yes, like that would be. I could totally understand why Marty would say, "Okay, let's watch this for Valentine's Day, Jen." But you could make the argument it is it's a very hard watch and it's a brutal watch, but it's another movie that could open up a lot of conversations and you could get your intake. You could have discussions, and if you're getting into that getting to know each other stage, you could really find out a lot about just by this movie. Where you stand on revenge and other aspects of this, and what does it mean, and just all kinds of aspects. It could open a door for a lot of conversation. So it wouldn't be for most people, but that's what Marty said we would watch. So
I forgot what that movie was about.
it is about it's done. I have so many. I'm going to do a review one day, but it's a hard movie to discuss. We're telling the story backwards.
I thought there was it was a movie that it tells it in reverse.
Yeah,
that's what's unique about the whole movie.
And it's a rape movie and the revenge afterwards. It's the most mean-spirited, and I know every good rape movie should be mean-spirited, but there's another movie that I think does it better called Red to Kill that has that mean-spirited to it too, but it does it right. This movie, I have a real problem with this. There's skill to this movie. I have a lot of thoughts. We shouldn't get on. I'm getting off topic, but yeah, I have a lot of thoughts on that movie. I apologize for boring everyone.
You're not boring at all.
You're not boring.
I don't think you would have possible for you to be boring.
No, I can't. I never see Jen boring.
Never a dull moment, Jen.
Nope.
You rock the house, and we love you.
Thank you.
You got anything else, Sean?
Yeah, I mean, speaking revenge movies, I Spit on Your Grave.
I did that one for Valentine. That was my first Valentine's review.
The original or the remake?
I prefer the original, but
Me too.
That's just me. But that's like you said, a hard watch, but it's kind of fulfilling in the end. When she gets her revenge and it's brutal, and what she does to these men.
Interesting thing.
Pretty rough.
Interesting thing about I Spit on Your Grave is because at the time when that movie first came out, a lot of feminists said, this is a very misogynistic movie. And there's quite an interesting backstory to that movie. And I'll give you guys the cliff notes. The director of the film actually saw the aftermath of a rape. He happened to be in this place and this girl was running and she had just been raped. And he and his friend took her to the police. And this was back, kind of, I think in the 70s where, things are a little different now. And the cops, basically he watched the cops re-rape her again, asking her, well, what were you doing? Why were you wearing? Basically, all of this. And so he wanted to make a movie about that. And it's a very empowering. People who think that that's a misogynistic movie get it really wrong. If you find out the backstory, there's very interesting. But yeah,
so it's kind of based on true story.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's not based on he inspired, I guess, because he just happened to be in the wrong place at the wrong time, and him and his friend took her to the police, and he kind of stayed with her because what do you do, and she was bruised up and everything else, and he just saw that she basically was getting re-raped by the system again, and he wanted to make a movie about that, and so it's a very when you look at it with that context, it adds a whole new layer to the film.
Yeah, but I never saw the film as misogynistic. I just felt as though it was just a bad thing happened, a very terrible thing happened to her, and then she just took out revenge.
Mm-hmm.
Something that everyone wants to see that happen to those nitwit men.
Mm-hmm. Another interesting thing about it is the morality thing, because we do have a character that's a little slow, and that is something that always brings up a thing. I've heard some people say the character of Matthew, you should give him a pass, but I always say he knew enough to know that what he was doing was wrong.
Yeah, because in the remake, because in the remake they also have a slow character, and when she goes on her revenge, he tries to think that he tried to help her, but she looked at him. At first, she looked like she was not going to kill him, but she does.
Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah.
and rightly so. But that can open up a door of conversation right there. You can learn a lot about people through their movies. Really, it's a very big tell. God, what does that say about me?
Yeah.
It says you know a
You
lot
learn
about a lot of
about
things.
them.
Yeah.
All it says is that we all have a morbid sense of humor.
Oh yeah. Well, to get by in any world, how can you not?
Yeah.
Yeah. I agree that's like our best defense in life is humor.
Yeah,
Mhm.
oh, absolutely. And this is kind of off subject, but on the subject of, people looking at the surface message and like seeing it for what they want to see. And it's not a horror movie, but look at the conversation around Blazing Saddles. People claim it's racist, but it's like the exact opposite.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Truly.
Yeah. It's actually kind of taking the piss out of it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
100%.
That's a good point.
Yeah,
Sorry, that was really random point, but
It's a discussion though. I mean, it all flows. It worked. It actually works. Good
Yeah,
point.
but I never really picked Blazing Saddles to be racist. It's just a funny movie.
Depending on the crowd, I mean, there's a group of people that say that it's racist because they drop the N-word and all that kind of stuff, and it's like
I could see how some people would think it's offensive or whatever.
PC people, I
Yes.
guess. Yeah.
And it's like they've clearly never watched it or never taken the time to sit down and actually, look
Watch.
beyond the
Look
first 5
beyond-
minutes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah.
Great movie.
See, even Jen
Very.
saw you had a wonderful point.
Yay! Well, thank
Yeah,
you,
you
Jennifer. You like me. You really like me.
You like me. You really like me. No, I'm gonna laugh at you. All right. You got anything else, Sean?
I'll throw another one out there. That's might find interesting. Bride of Reanimator.
Ooh, good one.
Very good one.
Because it's like, Meg's heart. We're gonna create a new creation with Meg's heart from the original. What was it you loved about Meg? Her heart.
It was our heart.
Then there's the girl he was flirting with in the hospital, and she.
Jen, you better be careful. You have someone walking around the
naked
background.
Was the head.
He was bringing me my cord. My computer's about to die.
Oh.
No!
No!
Live, damn it, live! on the subject of living, Bride of Frankenstein to some extent, like it's the thing isn't there much, but it shows how someone that is supposed to be tailor made for you, and you can still be rejected.
Yep.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah.
And it's also a good thing on men and women.
Oh yeah,
She hates
absolutely.
She doesn't like me.
I tried too hard and she stole. Yeah, anyway.
Yeah, basically, Ilsa Lancaster's like, really? Look at him and look at me. Like, really? She's like that bitchy popular cheerleader. Like, no.
I know she's beautiful except for just some weird hair or whatever. Like,
hey, she spent hours on that hair.
Like
she could literally stick her finger in a light socket.
I know. I was about to say the same thing. I mean, how long she had to stick her finger in a light socket to get their hair stand up that straight. She doesn't like me.
I think every guy's had that moment, right? Has every guy in one stage of their life, had that where like they really see a girl and they're like, oh, she thinks I'm an asshole. I know it's happened with me many a time.
There's really something wrong with Jen.
Yeah, basically.
Well, go on.
They do the same thing too, in Briary, and she's like, "I made you." She rejects him.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it goes to show that even if you're made from someone else, you can still have a different taste.
Yep.
Exactly. Ooh, again, I'm gonna be good. I'm gonna be good.
It's a good taste.
Oh no!
I can hear Marty in my
And
head.
of course, she
Calm down,
pulls her
bitch.
heart out and was like, "What do you want? Is this what you want?"
Jen, get your mind out the gutter.
Yeah, that's fair.
I mean, I might have been talking about that. I can't really say. could you say that about like a Phantom of the Opera?
Mhm.
That kind of forbidden love kind of a thing, or wanting to love someone and not necessarily getting their, I guess, unrequited love.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that
Well,
one
that's
is
like
good.
the audition or whatever.
Yes.
True.
God, I love
Loves
Audition.
the guy, but
God, I love that
watch out
movie.
if you don't love her back. Watch out.
Yep.
I couldn't tell, Jen. I was 100% unaware that you were a fan of that movie.
I fucking love that. But that's
Jen
me
loves
trying to
Audition.
ask Jen what's the best Valentine's Day movie? Audition. And why is it? There's always, and it's a trope in a lot of these movies. Why is there always that one friend that goes, "There's something off about this bitch. I don't know what it is, but there's something off." Why doesn't anyone ever listen to the friend? I've seen it in so many movies. There's always that one friend, like, no.
It's got that conflict aspect. Like you have to have that that one person that's commonsensical.
Yeah. Oh, flowers in the attic. That's a great choice, Jen. Yay! Incest. You haven't read the book. Incest. Fuck Twilight. That is the best teen book to read. Is fucking Flowers in the Attic. Like, I'm sorry for all you guys that grew up with fucking Twilight. It's fucking Flowers in the Attic. It's more hardcore than Sparkly
Whole
Vampires.
other kind of love.
There's nothing hardcore, period, about sex or about sparkly vampires. Let's be honest.
Nope. Vampires.
I never knew
vampires.
Milk toast.
Vampires don't fucking sparkle.
Thank you.
Period.
I knew that was coming.
Dude, have you ever seen such boring ass vampires? Truly, like I've never seen. Yeah.
I tried to watch Twilight because it's vampires. I love vampires, and I tried to watch vampires. And I'm like,
that wasn't vampires.
They all had 6-pack abs, you know.
What the hell?
I mean, I could see the 6-pack abs thing. I mean, if you're gonna die, you might as well die in good shape. But you might as well gain the ability to have that. But yeah,
Stewart is a good actress, but my God. Oh, Edward! I'm gonna don't follow me. I'm too hardcore for you guys. No, Edward, come. It'll be cool. Come on, Edward, come on.
I will say they went a little batshit on the last one though, when they're like flying in the trees. And I'm like, what the hell is going on?
Well, they realized that they had lost a good chunk of their crowd because they were so boring, so they had to up the action factor. Although you want to talk unintentional horror movies, when their baby comes out, and they did the CGI.
The CGI.
Oh, well, that and the imprinting. Holy shit.
No.
Yeah. I mean, that was almost a wholly different book. I mean, I know, like she was gonna wait till she grew up, but no, just as a mom, it's like slowly back away. Yeah, no.
Oh man.
Oh man.
Well, the fact that 50 Shades was taken off that, oh god.
Don't get me started on 50 Shades. Like because I didn't want to be one of those assholes. I actually I didn't read the whole series, but I read the first Twilight book because I didn't want to be one of those assholes that said, yeah, it's a piece of shit without even reading it. And then I read 50 Shades of Grey, and oh my god, at least they can kind of write in Twilight. She doesn't know what an email is, and she's like a now girl, and she's going to school, and she doesn't know what a fucking email is. I was like, fuck you.
Preach.
So angry. Like, you have to sit there and read this bullshit, and I'm like, God damn it, I hate you.
Oh man. I mean, it's just like I have nothing against Stephanie, and that's the type of world she wanted to create for her novels, and nothing against her like that. But vampires don't fucking sparkle. That's it.
Apparently, I stretch though.
I like what Christian said.
That's that put that on a t-shirt.
Yep.
Please, Can we get that on a t-shirt?
Yep.
You know, as a constantly horny person, I take umbrage, sir. That is not horny. That is what a Mormon would think horny is. That's not even horniness. That is a horrible depiction of horniness. I take umbrage.
That's like oh god, there was some movie that was like or was it a TV show? They were trying to read dialogue and he's like, I need you, I want you, oh baby, oh baby. I don't remember what it was from, but it was so deadpan in its delivery. So to the three of you, I need you, I want you, oh baby, oh baby.
Yeah, right there. Just like that.
Oh, you manly man.
Rock my world.
Make me an honest woman, please.
I am such a bad girl. Oh, Daddy, right there, Daddy.
Oh man.
Oh, Edward, your sparkles are getting all over me. Take me now.
You make all my secret places in my body sparkle, Edward.
Uh,
Oh, I fell. Sorry.
I can see the sparks between us. The sparks flying.
You might sparkle, but you have me glowing.
oh. Oh man. Oh, that was fun.
That's what she said.
Oh God. Oh God.
Right there, you bear of a man. Keep going. Oh.
See, and now you got Jen.
Sparkle me all night. I'm gonna use that one on Marty.
He's gonna need the reference beforehand. That way, he knows what you're talking about.
He'll probably go, oh God. He, with Marty, he doesn't question. He's learned very early.
I know.
Grand, Jen, grand.
Oh man. Oh man, just after last night. Getting any funnier. Jenny, if you ever get a chance, we're going to talk tonight and to see if you can join us on the Deadly Venoms.
Okay.
That would be
I'm
awesome.
down for that. Just warn him, Marty. I'm just warning, Marty. Warn him.
Oh, we'll make sure we're warned tonight.
I feel like my reputation precedes me, though. Not that, all that in a bag of chips, but yeah.
I don't see a problem with that.
Is that Christian? Toku Agogo?
Yeah, that's Sparky.
Yeah, that's Christian.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My
little late on the
sparkling
uptake.
He can sparkle up a girl, too. He sparks up all the sparkles.
Well, he gets it honestly, I'd say.
Oh man. It'll be interesting when he actually brings a girlfriend home.
Oh man.
He's gonna tell his girls that his mother's dead. I already know this, and I can't say I'm mad at him for that either.
I can see him bringing home the wicked goth chick with the tattoos and the.
Yep.
Yeah,
There you go.
that's kind of what I pictured too. I'm fine with that. And I can just see Marty sitting there. I like to pretend we're going to be in the same household one day, and I like to pretend Marty's sitting in, the dad kind of chair and looking at her. And after she leaves, well, Jen, at least all of her tattoos were spelled correctly.
What if his girlfriend looks like that?
Yeah.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
Pretty girl.
Yeah. With or without all the stuff coming out of her shoulders.
Either way, this is a tolerant household. I'll have you know.
Nice.
We don't judge. We can't judge.
Oh,
Just don't
man.
buy her new coats because you're gonna end up ripped right away.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, you're buying Versace dresses and stuff.
Strapless, go strapless. Best chance. Or best idea. Best idea.
Oh man. Oh man. 2 nights in a row.
You're on a roll.
Woohoo!
In a row. All right, everyone. Um, I believe we're going to go ahead and call this a night. We had such a great time. I want to once again thank Triv from Trivia Theater for guests
Awesome
for being a
guest.
guest
Awesome
in this.
guest.
It was an absolute pleasure. Thank you so much, guys. I had such a good time.
It's unfortunately she cannot clap though.
Yeah, I can clap with my I can clap with my scanner powers.
Exactly. Ow, wait, no, stop it.
Don't blow my head up now.
I'm fine.
I'm saving that for Marty. I'm saving that trick for Marty.
No
I
fun,
mean, you should
Monty.
blow
No
your mind to
fun.
start with. I mean, it is Valentine's Day, not like Halloween. So in theory, you know.
He's gonna bring him a Mormon girl.
Nice.
Now that'd be the word. Then I'd be fine with a goth chick, but if he brought home like a super hardcore Christian girl,
Then
that's
you'd be
where I'd
like, "What's wrong with you, dude?
I trained you better.
Some nice girl,
Oh,
like
nice, you
the
brother.
girl
How
next
dare you bring
door."
this girl?
You'd be like, what's wrong with you, man?"
Nice.
For those who have not sub to Triv's channel, I have a description and I have a channel. Oh boy, I'll get this
Oh,
right.
cheers.
I have her link to her channel in the description box below, so please subscribe to her. She's a great contenter, great content. I can't get my words together. I'm laughing so much.
That's okay.
And what I always like to do right before we get off, we want to see what y'all guys have planned. So obviously, Triv, you go first. What you got planned up on your channel?
I just uploaded Mystics in Bali here yesterday, and it's a fun movie. I can't speak. It's a fun movie, well worth the time. I go without my body for a while, so you know it's well worth a view for that alone. I do have Abraham Lincoln versus zombies coming up for President's Day.
Nice.
Beyond that, I'm not 100% sure because I am a terrible planner. So you know.
Sean, what's coming up on your channel?
Well, I just did a review of Blood from the Mummy's Tomb from Hammer,
Ooh, good movie.
and
good review too.
just did the Morbid Hour last week with Hellhound and Horror Fan 88. That was a good show.
Nice.
Jen, what's coming up for you and Christian?
Christian and I are just kind of doing the format where we're doing where he's in Texas and I'm here and we're just reviewing movies. Be on the lookout. He's trying to talk Marty into this. There's a movie that Ben Shapiro did called Shut In. I have not watched it, but oh God, Christian has thoughts on this movie. Like, yeah, it made him root for a pedophile. If that tells you how bad the movie is.
Wow.
Yeah. So we're gonna. I don't know if it'll be me and Sparky or if we're gonna try to get Marty involved in it. But yeah, Shut In will come in the next couple of weeks, and then more recently, this Saturday, Marty and I are going to try to do Trash for Our Cinema. He's gotten a new gig, so we're playing around with our schedule. So we don't exactly know when, but hopefully tomorrow we're gonna be doing a movie called Stone Cold with some American football dude that has a mullet.
Oh yeah, I know that
Oh,
one.
yeah,
Yeah.
Stone Cold.
Brian Bosworth.
Brian
Oh,
Bosworth.
nice.
Yeah.
Oh man, you're gonna love that one.
He was
It
good in
has a
shock
mullet.
treatment.
And a Komodo dragon, I think
Lint.
Marty was telling me. So yeah.
It wasn't
I-
that bad. I mean,
Okay,
haven't
I
seen
all
just
right, it's not good, but
I just recently put up my trailer reaction for a Jurassic Park Dominion. So check that out. I'm
Yes.
trying to finally get done my review of The Long Night because I've actually watched it 2 days ago, but unfortunately with working and of course last night's stream and this night's stream had to put a delay on that, but that should be coming up hopefully by Sunday. So that's what's coming up on my channel. But again, like I said before, Jurassic Park trailer reaction trailer that's up right now, so check that out. And obviously we'll have my review of the latest Texas Chainsaw Massacre movie that's gonna be coming out.
Nice.
I
Mhm.
plan to do
That's
that
coming up
too,
this week,
definitely.
isn't it?
Yep.
Yeah.
Get ready for Sally.
Yeah.
She's a Texas Ranger. She's a
Texas Ranger.
Anyone else have a problem with this?
Sally, Texas Ranger.
Better or worse than Walker, Texas Ranger?
The jury's still out. Like, ask me on the 18th, I believe. Get back to me on the 18th. God, Jim.
Yeah, but I like Walker Texas Ranger. I have not seen this new Walker starring Jared Padalecki. I have not seen that one.
I didn't
But
realize they redid it.
Yeah, they did. Yeah,
Okay.
Yeah, they
They're
did.
going to second season now.
Well, it shows you how far behind I am on everything.
What's going on? What?
All right, everyone. I want to thank everyone. Thank everyone in the live stream for coming on tonight. Once again, thank Chip for coming on with us. Once again, Sean, Jen, Christian. We will see you guys later. And always remember that horror rules.
Remember to
Yeah.
tell people that mean something in your life that you love them, not just on Valentine's Day, because you never know what life's going to bring, and you're never going to regret saying I love you or giving someone a hug or a kiss. So just remember that, people, because
Very
life's
true.
funny. So yeah.
All right.
Yeah,
Stay safe.
Happy
Happy Valentine's Day,
everyone.
and stay
Happy
safe out
Valentine's
there.
Day. I love all
Adios.
of you guys. But I won't roofie any of you. That's only for Marty.
Now that's
Aw.
love.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.